Beth Corning, dancer, choreographer, artistic director of Corningworks. Welcome to Burgh, Vivant.
Oh, well, thank you.
Is it accurate to call Corningworks a dance company?
Yeah. That's what makes it so confusing, because everybody likes labels and everybody likes institutions. Corningworks is really an umbrella that shields me. And it allows me to create works that I'm interested in, which is a big step for most artists, particularly in this day and age where things are so product-oriented. Mm-hmm. What I have done now, this is the Corningworks 5th anniversary.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
You don't look a day over 4.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's just lovely. So what I've done is now I have 2 set seasons a year, and which has worked out for this past year. I'm beginning to get into the rhythm. It's really pretty great. So I have a season in September and we have a season in March. And with this series that I started before I moved to Pittsburgh, called the Glue Factory Project, I basically invite artists of national and international critical acclaim that they really have seasoned backgrounds. They're all over 40, hence the Glue Factory.
Is the Glue Factory a horse reference?
Yes.
Because when a horse is, shall we say, past its prime, they end up in the glue factory?
Yes.
That's very funny. But I think it speaks to what may be part of the mission of that project. Because, I always hear this about dancers and the business of dance and the art of dance, that you have such a short window to really make your career.
The interesting thing is that it used to be, I lived in Europe for years, and women would retire at 42 from major dance companies. I think men were 45. I think at my prime as a physical dancer at 45, I think I got it. I got it. I thankfully had a body that was not injured, constantly being injured and things like this. But what an older performer brings to a gesture is something that a young dancer cannot. It's like a half full, half empty glass. When you're 40 and over, this vessel that you have has so many more layers, so much more to talk about, so much more to give, so much more experience to exude from. Mm-hmm. So that, to have a 50-year-old dancer do something like this, which wasn't very good, but whatever, is going to be a lot packed and breathtaking than a 20-year-old dancer who needs to be doing, and that physical beauty of your legs.
Right.
Up to
it takes on a different meaning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the vessel is different. Well, when it comes to Europe, do you feel that, or when it comes to dance, do you feel that Europe gets dance more so than America?
You go to New York, it's the epicenter of culture. Mm-hmm. In the United States, it's still considered that, even though now there are Boston and Chicago and California, and there are places that are really generating interesting work. I don't think that we just have a different kind of spirit in this country than Europe does towards culture, I think, and it's apples and oranges. To try to compare the two, we just don't have that kind of history. We're not as old. Again, most people here don't really know what dance theater is, because it's really dance theater, which is a genre that takes very different disciplines and puts them all together. Mm-hmm. And
I think that is, for lack of a better term, a stereotype that dance gets, because just ingrained in the public consciousness, we see a ballerina on stage, right. And I think those who have not thoroughly appreciated dance have the assumption that, that's what I'm going to see, and that's it. Yeah. But Corningworks certainly does blend a lot of elements, a lot of very theatrical elements, and performers that may not necessarily be dancers.
Correct. In this show, the one that's coming up, March 25th, we open at Once There Was a House. has John Gresh, who is well known in this community as an actor. Big guy.
I saw the publicity photo. John Gresh with a tiny house on his head.
Yeah, he's lovely.
Yes.
Oh, God, he's beautiful. John Gresh, not a dancer, but he's dancing. Jackie Dempsey from Squonk Opera, which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, is not an opera company. And wonderful musicians. Not a dancer. Dancing brilliantly. But they're also doing their bit as well. And then, of course, there are dancers in this. Michelle De La Resa from Attack Theatre.
Oh, yeah.
Tamara Rochelle Tolentino, for people who know about PBT, really was one of the most beautiful dancers. Beautiful dancer, still is. Breathtaking. And Yoav Kadar, who's danced with the likes of Paul Taylor and Piloblis and Peter Pucci and big name companies. And so
it's a wonderful blend.
Yeah, it's a wacko cast.
Yeah. And this, at Once There Was a House, this is sort of the telling of what would happen in the future of the classic couple, Dick and Jane.
Yeah, they weren't a couple. Dick and Jane were the children. In 1930, primers, these reading primers, came into the world. And they lasted almost to the 70s. So all of us baby boomers, which I am one, were weaned on this, look, Sally, look. And it was a very specific kind of teaching children how to read.
See Jane run. It was almost like caveman-esque in a way.
It was very simple.
Yeah.
No, it was not eloquent, and nothing ever happened. Now, what do they look like? So from 1950 to 2015, whatever happened to Dick and Jane? And then on Friday is our birthday celebration.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. You should come. We've got Gree, which is John Gresh's band, which is New Orleans, jazz and rock and roll, Americana
stuff.
stuff.
It's a great evening.
Yeah, and champagne and fabulous desserts.
Well, what
from
more could
Zeke's
one want?
and Cakery. Fabulous stuff. And fun. It's going to be fun.
Sounds like.
Yeah. And then Sunday is our pay what you can. I've done that since I moved here. And so that really means that if you're one of those people that want your money worth, you can come and pay anything you want.
There you go.
10 cents, $10,000. We take it.
So after that, there is no excuse for not coming to see this show.
No, not really.
You're throwing in champagne.
Yeah, we got
John Gresh's band.
John Gresh. We're pulling out the stops. We're feeding you. We're wining and dining you. We got music.
We dance for you.
We dance for you. We do a little Hamlet. It's a very warped sort of romper room, which you probably don't even know what that is.
Oh, I do remember
you do?
Miss Molly. I watched her.
Oh my God, you do? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, okay. Well, no, yeah.
People don't converse. Nobody calls to talk to anybody anymore.
No, they text you.
Right.
And they don't answer their phone. You missed the last piece, which was called Parallel Lives, which was all about that.
Oh, well, that would have been a great one to see.
It shocked a lot of the college students who came. They all got nervous. They said they weren't going to pull out their phones.
Scare them, Beth.
Well, yeah. But
what scares you?
About life in general?
Yeah.
That I'm going to die?
That's a good one.
Very good.
That's why I get to wear the bow tie. We are getting very deep.
No, not really, but but if you'd like that, let's have some more to drink. It'll get deeper.
What are your thoughts on Corningware?